All right, here we go. And everyone, welcome to another episode of Cubfidential. First of all, is my sound good, guys? Say again? You can't hear me? I can't hear you guys. I can't hear you guys. Hold on. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. All right, can you guys hear me? You can hear me? Man, that's funny. I can't hear you guys. Can, can you hear Brian? Okay. Hey, can y'all try leaving the studio and coming back? Okay. All right, guys. Sorry, we are having some sound delays here, but we are live on Cubfidential, and okay, so the guys will be right back in. But we are coming to you live on Jace. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, sweet. Okay. Okay, we'll just wait on Brian. All
All
right.
right.
All right, so we are. My apologies, guys. New system and everything. Um, So we are live on the Sideline Sports and Entertainment Network. I'm Denzel Snipes. Got my co-host Brian McCray. We got Jason Sartran in the house. What's going on, man? How you been?
What's up, man? How you all doing?
Doing good, doing real good, man. Oh, Brian, you there?
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yep.
we're live. All right,
All right.
we
We're
got it.
we're all ready to go. Okay.
Well, yeah, we're all ready to go at this new system, man. But anyway, just starting things off. We're live on the Sideline Sports and Entertainment Network. So how you fellas doing tonight?
Doing good. Doing good. I'm trying to figure out this Cubs team.
You know what? I really think that this is going to be an episode that we have good things to talk about. You know,
Yeah, that's all good things to talk about. It's just a weird. It's a weird team, and all the stretches and good and bad that they've gone through, all the injuries. If you would have told me that they would be in this position right now with their record, and look at all the injuries and all the inconsistent play at times,
hmm
I would have told you you were crazy.
yeah. Now, and you know what? You would have had every right because I don't think anyone saw coming this roller coaster season. You sent me a graphic earlier, Brian, where it's like they had this record, and then they were 7-22, and now they're this again. And so, you know what? I'm not even going to mention it because I'm not going to say anything about. I'm not going to say the p word or anything like
Let
that. Okay?
Don't
let's
jinx.
just
Yeah,
enjoy it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's you know what.
Don't
Let's just
jinx
roll
them,
right
man. Don't
into it.
jinx them.
Let's roll right into it, man. So we got the Tigers and Cubs series. Let's see. The Cubs took 2 out of 3, but how about that win on July the 21st? The bats really came alive in that 11-2 win. Jason, what'd you see in that series, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tale of two teams right there. The first game we lost 8-6 in that 10 innings, and then we come back and we pound them in the second game. Obviously, Jameson pitched 4 innings, but he gave up the 2 home runs. He gives up 2.7 homers per nine, so that's not very good. But we got a good outing from Peterson in the second game. He went 6 innings. He got the W. So I like the way the team is playing right now. It seems like when somebody's in a slump, say PCA goes 0 for 4, you got Bregman, Suzuki, Swanson picking up the slack, So I think they're playing really good ball right now.
Yes, they do. And actually, I misspoke. I looked at the I think I was looking at the next score when I was. So my apologies. So they actually dropped two of. They actually dropped 2 of 3. I was looking at because
Yeah.
I'm on the ESPN app and sometimes it runs together. But no, the bets really came up in the first. Well, no, the second game actually. That first game though, Brian. What did you see? Close when it ended in 10 innings.
Well, it looked like the Cubs were going to have a chance to win that ball game, and they had runners on. They had a lot of momentum at times. They just couldn't come up with the big hit like the Tigers did. And the Tigers are playing well right now. They're a team that they're somewhat in it. They think they're in it, and this is probably the best bout of ball that they've played all year. So losing 2 out of 3 to them, the way they were playing, I didn't feel bad about that because Detroit's playing really well, and then the Cubs bounced back after that series. But this is a team that is better than their record in Detroit. So that wasn't a bad team that came into Wrigley Field and took 2 out of 3.
It wasn't. And then you feel you got the loss of 5-1, and that right there closed out the series and give the Tigers the series win. Hard to believe that they're actually shipping around Scooble, and we'll get to him in just a minute. Living proof that there should be a salary cap in baseball, but whatever.
I don't think they're going to trade him.
You don't think so?
Nope. They're winning ball games now.
Yeah,
they're going to hold. They're going to hold on to him. They're winning ball games.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you shop your best player? But we'll get to him in just a minute. Now a series that the Cubs really did win. They took 2 or 3 from the rival Bucks. Brian, I know you were high on him, and how about Dansby Swanson, the winning run
He's
in
cool.
the 10th inning?
Yeah, he's cooled off a little bit from 2 weeks ago when he was the hottest man on earth, swinging the bat 2 or 3 weeks ago. He's settled down, but he's still driving in runs, having good at bats. That 210 or 215 average, you got to put that to the side and look at how many runs he's driving in and how many runs he's saving defensively. So, he's getting the bat going a little bit better. Bush was swinging the bat a little bit better. PCA is doing PCA things. So this offense, I don't think they don't need to add much, if anything, to this offense for the stretch run and to trade deadline. They need 2 starting pitchers, I think, and some arms in the bullpen.
Indeed. If you figure that first game, Swanson came out and delivered the winning run. And I'll swing it down to you, Jason. How about 11-0 the next game? What did you see?
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought we would have won 11-0 when Skeens had 11 strikeouts in that game? It was insane, but they went to the bullpen after the 5th inning, and we blew them up from there. So, like I said earlier, I really like what this team is doing. We got a good outing from Imanaga. He went 6 innings, gave up no runs. And Assad came in. He pitched 3 innings, also gave up no runs. So, those 2 guys right there shut the Pirates down. I mean, I really like what the bench is doing for the Cubs. You got Conforto coming off the bench, pinch hitting, getting home runs. Ramirez has been coming in, playing really good ball lately. I think the stats that I saw right now is he's like 18 for 29, and he's batting over 300. So, he's been a really good addition or coming off the bench and coming into games.
No, absolutely. And of course, went for the sweep, but on the 26th, the Pirates actually edged out the Cubs, 8-7. How about Ryan O'Hearn hitting a grand slam on his 33rd birthday? So the Pirates do avoid the sweep, but the Cubs do take 2 out of 3. And so how about the Cubs have won 7 of their last 10 and now 6 games back of Milwaukee? Brian, your thoughts about this?
Cubs are playing better. They're playing well, playing good ball. They're going into St. Louis. The Cardinals are not playing ball. Going into this series, the Cubs have won 7 out of 10. The Cardinals have lost 7 out of 10. So it's a good chance. It's a good chance for the Cubs to continue some good momentum because it's a big homestand coming up against some teams that are going to be in the playoffs, and you can kind of measure up where you are when the Yankees and the Dodgers come into Wrigley Field in the next week.
Absolutely. You got the Yankees and the Dodgers coming in. And you know what? Real quick, and I know we're going to cover this series in full next week, but Cubs taking the first two in the series against the Cardinals. Your thoughts about that?
Well, 4 game series is hard to sweep, but the way the Cardinals are playing ball right now, I think the Cubs have a real good chance to catch a sleepwalking Cardinals team because I was there on Sunday. They played the Reds, and over the weekend they didn't look good at all. They're trying to figure some things out. They played a little bit better than they probably are for about 2.5 months, and they're coming back to earth very quickly and suddenly, and it's not looking good for the Cardinals.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. And then your thoughts, Jason. Right now we're well, I guess it kind of odd. They got the third game is going to be tomorrow, instead of today. But yeah, in the middle of the series against the Cardinals, Cubs taking the first two. What are your thoughts? What'd you see?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, man, they've been playing really good ball. They've been hitting with runners in scoring position. They've been hitting with 2 outs. So that's changed a little bit from the beginning of the year. I think their pitching is coming around. Boyd, Rhea, Imanaga, they've all been pitching really well lately, going deep into games too. Like if you can get 6 or 7 innings out of those guys and
Hmm.
leave it up to the bullpen for 2 more innings, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Again, you can't argue with 7 of the last 10. That's a great stretch. However, they are going to have to tighten up because the Yankees are coming into town. Brian, they're both a home series, right? Yankees and
Yeah,
Dodgers
yeah, Yankees for the weekend, and then the Dodgers during the week.
during the week. Okay, all right then. The Cubs typically rise up against LA. They last year they won the season series. They typically rise up against the Dodgers. So
They match up well against the Dodgers. For some reason, they don't feel as intimidated or look as intimidated as other teams do when they play the Dodgers.
and this is why I said last year NLDS, the Cubs really let the Brewers off the hook because they took them 5 games. They lost to the Brewers. Then the Brewers go to the NLCS and get swept. The Cubs would have been a better series against the Dodgers.
Yeah, it's a better matchup for whatever reason, Cubs and Dodgers than the Brewers. I, you could tell the Brewers were done as soon as that season series started.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but it almost as if it's kind of like back during the Patriots dynasty, right? And you're playing against Belichick and Brady at Foxborough, Well, if you can get past the fact that you're playing in Foxborough against Brady and Belichick, you kind of got a half a chance to win the game. But if you're already intimidated, you already half lost the game, and that's what happens with a lot of
Hmm.
teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Brewers are a good postseason or a good regular season team. They get
Yeah.
into the postseason and something happens with them mentally to where they can't seem to get over the hump because they've been a better team than some of the teams they played the last 3 or 4 times in the playoffs. They should have beat the Mets a few years ago. They were one
Right.
out away or one strike away from moving on. So there's something that goes on there with the Brewers team where they need to find a way to get over that playoff hurdle. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. But regular season, 162 game season, they're lights out.
You can count on them to bring it exactly.
Yeah.
But it's almost as if they got to the NLCS last season and were like, "Oh shoot, we aren't supposed to be here." Mike Tyson once said one thing about the underdog: he doesn't know he doesn't know that he's not supposed to beat you. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I think the NLCS was new territory for that Brewers team. And in the time from that, you're playing the Dodgers, and it's like, oh well, I mean, the series was over before the opening pitch. You figure, right? But I know you got a soapbox to get to. You want to talk about a certain third baseman? By the way, before we get on to the soapbox, we are live on the Sideline Sports Entertainment Network. Follow us on all of our socials and check us out on our website, sideline-se.com. Now, Mr. McCray, you want to talk about Mr. Bregman?
Yes, the guy that they brought in signed to a big deal. He is finally starting to swing the bat a little bit better, showing some signs of breaking out. In this Cubs series, he's 7 out of 10 right now. Over the last 10 games since the break that he's played in, he's hit about 290. So with him offensively, having some kind of presence there, that makes the whole offense better. And the team is waiting for him
Mhm.
to turn it around and get this going. And I think this is all positive signs for the Cubs as far as what they're doing offensively if Bregman can continue to swing the bat well and turn into the guy that they signed.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And um, pretty much, if you can get and this is not saying that Bregman's old. He's not. He's like in his early 30s, but he's had a relatively healthy career, unlike Kyle Tucker, who had been a bit injury ridden, and I think they're about the same age. But if you most definitely can get the Astros version of Bregman, you figure you'd be leading the division by now. And that's not saying that I'm putting it all on one man here, okay? Because
Right.
we know we need the whole team to step. Because just like the same, we were talking about Swanson and how you were chewing him out, and then 2 weeks later he found himself. And remember, I came on, I was like, "Hey, Brian, how you like Swanson now?" Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just about. But I don't know, Brian. Maybe you or Jason need to just chew out or dog out Bregman, and then we come back next week and he's hit like a grand slam and 3 other home runs or something like that. Because seemingly that's what happens. Like Brian will chew out a player and then suddenly he's playing good.
But no, it's Bregman. I think he probably got himself into a funk by trying to do too much. When you get traded, you try to justify everything or sign a free agent contract. You come to a new team, you try to justify everything right away instead of just being yourself.
Yes.
And I believe that may have got him into a little bit of a funk that he couldn't get out of early. But it seems like he's more relaxed in himself right now.
He is. He is. I think he's settled in by now. So, but like I said, I mean, they're 6 games back. I think they have a shot at catching Milwaukee. But like you said, Brian, Milwaukee is a regular season team, so it's like, well, you got to get past that first, and then on to the postseason. But they're 6 games back, and you can't argue with that, But
Right.
so now we'll move on to our outside of Wrigley topic, and I know Brian pretty much alluded to it. But execs believe the Dodgers are in the running for pitcher Tariq Skubal. Jason, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts?
Where do they get all this money from, man? It's just ridiculous, man. They're just buying a championship. It's I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous to me, but hey, man, if you got the money, go out and spend it. Definitely. If they got Scoogle, man, like you're in deep doo doo, man.
Yeah. No,
it's gonna be tough for anybody to beat that team with Scooble on there. I mean, they just got it's an all star team, man. Every position you look at, it's just it's ridiculous, man. So, I mean, if you get Scooble, like I said again, it's just gonna be even that much harder to do.
yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. I don't think that and here's the thing. Okay. Now, for everybody out there, oh, and by the way, shout out to our Ravine Run guys, guys, Jeff Burkhoff, Mark Burkhoff. Right after this is the Ravine Rundown, so check that out right here on the Sideline Sports Network, coming on here in about 10 minutes. With that being said, as much as I can't stand the Dodgers, I also can't blame them. They're playing within the rules. This is on the Major League Baseball. There has to be a salary cap. There has to
Yeah.
be. There's got to be a salary cap. As much as people couldn't stand the Yankees in the 90s, you couldn't blame Steinbrenner. He playing within the rules. You know?
Yep.
I know people say, oh, they're buying a championship. Well, isn't that what a good GM typically is supposed to do, though? Go out there, spend the money to put together a good team. That is literally a
Yeah.
general manager's job.
Yeah, I guess I'm just a little jealous of that because Jed and whatever the guy's name is, it just doesn't seem like they're trying to sign pitchers here and there, kind of like cover up the band-aid, but sometimes the band-aid's not enough, man. They just got to go out there and spend some money, and if the Ricketts want to win another World Series, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. Brian, you there? Oh, I think he might have disappeared. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I
there.
mean, I'll feed it out for just a second, but yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Oh, now you said that you believe he's not going to get traded.
I don't think he's getting traded.
Okay.
I don't think he's getting traded at all. I think the Tigers, the way they're playing right now, and as bad as the American League Central, they're going to give it one more shot to ride with him and go for it. They have as good a shot as winning the Central as anybody. They're the best team. They're better than the Cleveland Indians. They're better than the White Sox. They're getting healthy. Baez just came back, and he's swinging the bat really good. So I believe that they're going to keep him unless somebody knocks them off their feet with a crazy deal.
Yeah,
and they're going to make a run for it.
Oh, you know what? I'm not mad at that take because,
right now.
and you've heard me say that the American League Central is looking a lot like the American League West right now because Detroit is fourth in that division, but they're only 5.5 back. So
you play 500 in the Central, you got a chance to get in the playoffs.
You got a chance to get in, exactly. You know,
as it is, and you get a chance, and if you have an ace in the playoffs, you have a chance to win a playoff series.
You do, absolutely. And so,
what milestone did he just hit today?
1,000 strikeout, I think.
Strikeouts.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that they gave him a standing ovation when he's coming off the mound. So
yeah, but some people thought it was for him, maybe his last start before the trade deadline. But it's 1,000. I think he got his 1,000 strikeout.
He did. He hit 1K. Most definitely, and probably part of that ovation is please don't deal him. But we're going to end our show with our Cub or Dud. Cub or Dud. Both Assad and Boyd will reach 10 W's this season. Brian, what do you think?
No, because starting pitchers don't throw as much. Bullpen guys don't throw as much. So I think all your wins get kind of chopped up now. Starters don't get as many. Bullpen guys don't get as many because nobody stays in the game long enough. Everything's kind of choppy. And most teams deep in the game, seventh, eighth, and ninth inning, they're always giving up runs. So I think it's hard for those guys to pile up wins. You're not going to see guys get a bunch of wins anymore. You're not going to see starters get into the 15, 16 win mark that much anymore. And you're not going to see relievers that used to get 10 wins and 12 wins a year in the pen. You're not going to see guys do that much.
Okay, then. Fair enough. Fair. So you say Dud. Jace, what do you think, man? Cover Dud.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Brian on this. I don't think Boyd will get 10 or Assad will get 10. I think Assad is maybe 4 or 5 inning guy. Boyd maybe hit like 6, 7 innings. But like I said, I totally agree with Brian. I don't see him getting 10 wins.
Okay, no, okay. So you got a double. Oh, okay. So you know what? When broken down like that, I'm gonna have to say a dud. Also, it's almost as if pitchers nowadays are not relied upon to win the game; they're relied upon to not lose the game, which explains
move the game along to the next guy. Exactly. Basically, they're like the starter. They're like, get me 12 to 15 outs, and then we'll move it to the next guy to get 3 or 6 and move it like that. So we're just seeing a different way of thinking, a mindset. They don't want the starter to face the lineup more than 3 times. And sometimes they don't want the starter to face the lineup 3 times. They want to switch it up and get somebody else in there so hitters don't get a beat on it. So that's a different mentality than when I played, when the starters were going to go 7.
They were going to go 7, exactly. Yeah, and shoot, they hardly even did a pitch count back when you was
No, they pitched and pitched. Yeah.
Yeah, they pitched until the manager was like, all right, well, you're in trouble, or the pitcher was like, yo, I can't go anymore. There was no such thing as a pitch count.
No pitch count.
Nowadays, they taking these dudes out at like 70, and he could have the hot hand. And we're like, what are you doing? And I say, especially, Brian, I know you see the same thing I do. Jason, you do too. I cannot stand to see that in the postseason. You got a pitcher with a hot hand. He's been laying them down, and then you yank him. And then the next guy comes in and gives up 4.
They yanking guys with no hitters, perfect games. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whoa! You said the perfect game. Did you see what with the Miami and the A's game? How that
That's
guy
what
had
I'm
that
talking
perfect
about.
game? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen like a couple of games this year where guys have gone over like 100 pitches, and I couldn't even tell you who the guys were that pitched it, but like it's very rare. I mean, even to hit like you said, like 80, 90 pitches,
Mhm.
that's tops right there. But like few guys hit over 100 pitches this year, but like Brian said, you're gonna get like guys pitching 5, 6 innings and leave it up to the bullpen and have them come in. Even with the game when we with Skeens against Pittsburgh, they had 6 other guys. I think 5 or 6 other guys come in relieve them. You know, so it was just 1 inning here and there. So
Yeah. No, indeed. It is most definitely a different era. Great takes by you guys, man. It's definitely a different era. This isn't, Nolan Express could get out there and throw
no,
250 no problem. 250
those days are
pitches.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah, those days are done. So,
Yep.
all right. So we're gonna go ahead and end it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, hold on a second. Free promo. Hey, shout out your show because you're coming up next, big dog.
Hey, if this is the Cubs Confidential, oh my goodness gracious, go Dodgers! You guys know what's up.
We just get invaded.
Oh
Listen,
man.
I apologize. I didn't mean to join. I just hit join studio, and look at me now. I'm on. This is Cubs Confidential, man. So, hey, fellas, go Cubbies. But listen, Dodgers. The Ravine Rundown's coming on next. You know what's up. Dodgers first place, best team in baseball. Are we going to get Scooble? If we are, watch out.
Don't think so.
Brian.
Don't think so.
Did not mean to join. So, hey, Cubby fans, I'm sorry. I don't hate on me now.
No, this is a classic moment, man. This is a classic, man.
Oh
we will
man.
see you in a few minutes, Mark. All right, that's confidential, everybody. As a matter of fact, we just might see if we can combine shows next week since he wants to invade people. But hey, I'm Denzel Snipes. That's Brian McCray. That's Big Jace down there, and we'll see y'all next week for more Cubs baseball.
Thank you.